What is up, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mackenzie. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. So, jumping right into it, as you guys just saw, the snow is coming down outside. It is a perfect day for a nice Christmassy or holiday craft. We're going to be making a wreath today. So I've got one of those plain wreaths you can get from the craft store, Michael's, or wherever. I've got some pics to go along with it. Of course, I'll give you guys a close-up of everything we're working with, but if making a holiday wreath sounds like something you're into, let's get started. All right, guys, before I zoom you in any closer, as always, I just want to give you a quick rundown of everything I've got in front of me, all of our options. So if you want to make something similar, you know the gist of what you'll probably need. So obviously, first things first, you're going to need a plain unlit wreath. So I believe this is probably a 16 or 18 inch wreath. I got it from either Michael's or AC Moore. You can get these really anywhere nowadays. It's just a plain holiday unlit wreath. Then I've got hot glue, so I've got my hot glue gun, hot glue sticks. I've got wire cutters and wire. This is specifically florist wire. I'm sure you guys have seen me use this before if you watch my other crafting videos. This is gonna allow us to attach everything into our actual wreath, making it a permanent stay and not something that's just gonna fall off when we pack it away for the rest of the year. So we've got those, and these are our main focus of the wreath. So I want this wreath to be very much a winter wonderland, all winter wreath. I don't want it to be Christmas specific. That way I can keep it up a lot longer. I want it to be very silver and glittery, no colors. But these are almost a sage green pine tree looking bush, and it's got a whole bunch of glittery pine cones. The whole thing is covered in sparkles and glitter. It's really, really pretty. I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick it up, but these are our main pieces. Got these from Michael's. And of course, some more picks from Michael's. Again, white based, super glittery, wintry looking picks, again in black. Then I picked up these, which are just random little silver and white sparkly picks. So they've got different things on them. This one's got little presents, this one's got pine cones, flowers, but I got these three. I thought those were super cute. Then I got 3 of these super glittery leaves. I don't know what leaves these are supposed to be, but I thought they were so pretty. The amount of glitter on these is absolutely beautiful. I might end up hitting this whole thing with that favorite glitter silver spray paint that I have. Again, you've probably seen in other videos, I use it a lot, but I might end up hitting the whole thing with it. I'm not sure yet, but these are super glittery silver leaves. I thought those would be pretty. I only got 3 because I'm not sure if I'm gonna use them, but we've got them. And last but not least, lights. So I think I'm going to end up using these. They're these metal cool toned white stars. So I got 2 packs of them. I believe I found these at Walgreens. And then these are just those regular basic twinkle lights, but I think these are gonna be warm toned. So we're gonna have to plug batteries in, see which one we like better and go from there. Because if we use these, that's going in the wreath first. If we use these, that's gonna go in the wreath last. So we gotta plug them in, see which ones we wanna use. Okay, so that's everything I'm working with. I'm gonna resituate you guys, plug in my hot glue gun, and we'll get going. Can you guys see those? So those are very yellow, very warm toned. I don't think I'm gonna like these. So because we're going for a winter wonderland type of vibe, I think we should keep it cool toned. So I think our stars are gonna be our winner, but let's just plug those in too, just to make sure. Yeah. Okay, do you see that? Much better. Those are so cute, aren't those? Just little tiny metal frame, cool toned white stars. I think those are gonna be perfect. So we know we're going to use these stars, and the reason I got 2 packs is because they are only 4.2 feet long, and I wanna make sure that we've got plenty of stars to go all the way around the wreath. We'll probably end up putting 1 on this side and 1 on the other. But since we're using our stars, this is going to be the very last step we do, so we can put these to the side until we're done decorating our wreath. Okay guys, so I think the very first thing I'm going to do is kind of just start playing with all of these pieces. I'm going to pick up all the different picks, hold them in place, and figure out exactly how I want to do this. So I know that I want these to be the main focus of the piece because I love how pretty and icy these looks. I love all the pine cone detail in there. That's gonna be really pretty. So I think what we can do is start to separate our bush. So all of these are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main branches. I'm going to work on separating all of those branches with our wire cutter. Cool. So now that we've got all of these separated, we can kind of start to go in and just shove them in place to really see how we want to permanently stick these down. I think that's gonna be the perfect amount. Because if you want, you can, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Let me turn this around here. So I don't know if you guys can see what I did, but I faced these up this side and these up the other way. And they kind of come to a point at the top here, leaving a little bit of a space down at the bottom. So if we want, we can kind of focus a bunch of these brighter silver picks down at the bottom like that. Does that make sense? The opposite from the other side. What you could do is go all the way around with the shape of the wreath like this. Then all of these would face down, which is actually quite pretty too. It looks nice either way. Actually, I might like that better. I wish I could get you guys' live opinions. I might like these facing with the wreath a little bit better. Do you guys see that difference? So now they all flow. So this is why you gotta do this step. Play around with all the picks. It makes a mess, but it's the best way to do it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, since we have our basic layout kind of planned, I'm gonna go in and do my best to separate all of these branches and really fluff this wreath out. All right, guys, I think that's as fluffy as we're gonna get it without showing too much of the empty spaces or wires underneath it. So now we can jump into actually making it. So I'm just going to start at the very bottom here and place in my very first branch and see where I want it to sit. I'm going right for the middle because we have a lot of other filler pieces with these ice picks, the black ones, and we want to leave a little bit of space at the bottom for our focal piece. So starting right at the bottom, just figuring out where my very first piece is gonna go. And I'm going to grab some floral wire, cut myself a big enough piece to be able to wrap it around and really secure that first branch down. So I'm gonna look underneath here, find that metal frame. We have our branch up against that metal frame. I'm just going to wrap the wire around both pieces. So the wire's around the frame and our little pick. I'm gonna wrap it around twice, pull it nice and tight, and tie it off in a knot. That's the good thing about floral wire. You can do pretty much anything you need to with it, including tying it into a knot. Okay guys, sorry. I know editing me seems to be an every video occurrence now, but I just wanted to warn you. Do you see that? I cut my pinkies wicked bad. So tying the knot so tight with the wire, I guess I was cutting into my pinkies. So if you're tying knots with the wire, wear gloves, be careful. My pinkies are destroyed. No. Again, pull it nice and tight. Then I'm going to cut off the extra wire. Then take my hot glue gun and I'm going to cover those wire ends with the glue. So those wire ends of the floral wire are not only pretty stabby, they're pokey, but you just want to make sure that that knot is never going to come undone. So I'm going to fully encase that in hot glue, protecting you from ever pricking your finger and protecting the piece from ever coming apart. Now we can cover it back up with those branches. And we're just going to move on to the next piece. So I'm going to take my next branch and do the same exact thing. So I know I want number 2 right here. So again, I'm gonna kind of dig down into the wreath, find that wire frame, cut myself off a nice piece of floral wire, and do the same thing, securing it in place. All right, so we've got our final knot tied. I'm gonna take my wire cutters, trim that excess, fold those down, and cover it with hot glue. And move on to our next section, and we're gonna do that for the entire piece. Alrighty guys, so that's the bulk of the wreath. So I'm glad that's done with. That's the hardest part, is initially getting whatever bulk kind of flower or bush you want to be the focus of the wreath in. So now that those heavy pieces are wired in, all we've really got to do now is just work with hot glue. Hot glue will take care of the rest. So what I'm going to do is go back in and kind of manipulate the wreath around these bushes as best as I can. So I want everything to blend seamlessly together. I don't want it to look like I just stuck my own picks in here. So I want it to look like this is how it was actually supposed to be made or bought. And that will kind of help hold everything in place, and again, let everything blend together like it should. Now what I think we're going to do is start working on putting in our icy picks. So I'm just gonna play around and see what I like best. I'm gonna stick it inside, lift up that branch to get it out of the way, and I'm going to cover the base in hot glue. Be super generous with that hot glue, completely cover that bottom. Make sure that that's not gonna go anywhere. Then I'm going to lay the branches back on top, which will kind of help adhere everything in place. Again, when you're lifting up branches and putting them back down on top of it, that really helps everything blend together. Now it looks like it's coming out of the wreath versus just stuck on top like that or something. Looks much prettier that way. So again, I'm just gonna do that with the rest of the wreath, sticking them in anywhere I think that needs it and hot gluing them in place. All right guys, now we're getting to our final step. We got all of our main icy pieces in, all of our bush pieces wired in. Now we're ready to focus on that center focal point I was telling you guys about at the beginning of the video. So I think I do want to bunch a few pieces or a few picks at the bottom, just like you would a ribbon or a big bow, but we're going to be using picks instead. So I think what I'm going to do is use our 4 black icy picks, put 2 on each of the outer edges to start. Then I'm going to take our leaves, 1 on the top, 1 on each side, and all 3 of our bright silver picks in the center. And I think that's gonna be it. I think that is going to look perfect. So let me bring you guys over on my side so you guys can see a little bit better as I'm doing this bottom part, because I wouldn't be able to do it upside down. I think this is the best bare spot to use. So this is where we're gonna focus all of our bright silver picks, just like you would a bow. So like I said, first thing I'm gonna do is stick in our 4 black picks, 2 on each side, just like that. And same thing with the white ones, we're just gonna hot glue these in place because they're light enough to not need much more than that. Again, just gonna hit these with some hot glue and that'll be fine. All right, so our glue is dried. Everything is firmly in place. Nothing is drooping or moving when I hold this thing straight up and down. So we're ready for our last step, which is lights, the best part. So let me just clean this area up, then we'll start putting these lights on. Alrighty guys, sorry if you can hear snow blowing in the background. There's people outside since we just had that huge snowstorm. I think it finally just stopped snowing. It's been snowing since like, I think 7 o'clock last night. But we've got our lights ready. It's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to decorate this just like you decorate your tree. You'll put your lights on your tree. And I'll show you how to hide the battery pack in the back. So cute! I cannot wait to shut off these bright lights, filming lights, and show you guys the final reveal. But first, we gotta flip it over and figure out our battery pack situation. All you have to do is tuck your battery pack underneath the frame and in between all the wreath leaves, and it will stay put. You want to keep them somewhere that you can easily access them, so all you have to do is lift the wreath off, turn on those buttons, and put it back on the wall. And that is our wreath, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna show you the final reveal and some better lighting. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, it never shows up on camera like it does in person. It looks so beautiful, so sparkly, so icy, and you just cannot capture that on camera. Again, sorry if you can hear snow blowers in the back. There's so much snow outside, but I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe. I will link everything I can down below that you would need from Michael's if you want to make this piece too. Of course, I will link my stained glass work and my stained glass business, so if you want to check that out too, please do. And if not, I will see you next time. Bye.